Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty fun and pretty nifty things going out over here because it does seem like the next Xbox console is actually going and being like kind of somewhat planned leaked slash actually leaked slash like kind of being promoted as of right now. We actually have the Xbox head honcho Phil Spencer that's put in some little nice teeny tiny details to kind of go and show what's coming up with the Xbox and the next future Xbox like little iteration. Now we actually have had this kind of announced before. We also even made a video on this before too as well. And I'm very intrigued to go and see what you guys think about it because there has been some changes. There's now some updates and we finally get to see it physically out in person itself. So hope you guys will stay tuned, relax, and enjoy. And as well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. As well, for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway, we have the Amazon links down below. We have the Twitter links down below for the giveaway itself, and the Twitch if you just want to join that on up, as well the Target links and all that good stuff. And let's dive into some very nifty new things. So, as you guys may or may not have had a chance to see, a lot of these big gaming companies, besides Google Stadia, is, well, they're not doing too good. But some of them are shutting down like Google Stadia, and some of them are kind of doing like kind of treading the water, thinking like something like the Ubisoft Play, which I think has a streaming service too. But there's other things out there that are trying their best to actually make this a valuable and proper device or proper service that people would actually go and use. And now this is kind of exactly what Xboxes want to try their best to push into. We saw something over here called the Keystone, which was kind of leaked and talked about a decent bit, but now I think we're finally seeing it out in current and actual action. So, with this, we have some very intriguing stuff as I'm turning my camera on over here. So, as you guys can see, the fans are now just assuming, and apparently is being leaked, that the Xbox head honcho Phil Spencer just revealed its next Game Pass streaming device. Microsoft Game Pass streaming box, the Keystone, actually might be looking something like this. So we have some pictures here in a second, and we'll show you guys and scroll to it, but Xbox fans have been waiting for a glimpse of the new standalone Game Pass streaming device called the Keystone. So with this, it was kind of like initially teased at E3 2021, so it's been floating around and people have been expecting it, and we've been seeing a lot of different developments when it comes to Game Pass as a whole. So basically, Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer have maybe just given them some nice little glimpse of what it is on his latest, basically shelf selfie, which is kind of hard to say. And apparently it also just looks like a little mini micro Xbox Series S. So Microsoft has slowly been bringing Xbox Game Pass to more and more devices through cloud streaming. First, it was phones. More recently, it was certain brands of smart TVs like Samsung's. Earlier this year, the company confirmed it was working on a smaller add-on that people could buy to stream games to any display. It's called Keystone, and so far, Microsoft hasn't shown even what it even looked like to as well, until potentially as of today. So we had a nice little quote over here saying, this is over from Phil Spencer, which we can do a little bit of, detectiving over here too as well. So basically, Phil Spencer tweeted this out. And throughout either like sometimes press releases, YouTube videos, or even things like this, he actually has almost used his little backdrop as kind of a leaker slash like showcasing thing. And as you guys can go and tell, there's quite a few different memorabilia when it comes to the whole gaming side, as we kind of do a little bit of a quick zoom in on over here. So we're seeing like, Vault Boy over here. We're seeing some cloud stuff over here. We're seeing some Microsoft stuff over here with little awards, Alan Wake. We're just seeing like a lot of like, the Xbox figurine, Life is Strange, and quite just a little view of various things. But as you guys can kind of see right on over here, this little baby right here, which, we also had folks as well go and kind of rumor, like, and highlight and make this a little bit better, called, like, the Xbox Stream Box. And we've seen other different posts, too, as well from, people kind of doing, like, little iterations, in 3D renderings and all that type of stuff, too, as well, which is it's kind of nifty to go and see. So what I think they're trying to go push for this is, as you guys know, with, like, a Roku stick, or, Apple TV, or any of those types of things, where you essentially have, like, the USB plug to your TV, HDMI port to your TV, or whatever it may be, and you essentially use that as, like, a media system, like, I guess, box to go and host up stuff. But instead of that being more so allocated for, like, a smart TV app, like Netflix and Hulu and all that, they more so want to, I think, push for pure gaming. So they want to have this as, like, a pure gaming box where, say you go and put this in your bag, in your luggage, and like, you're traveling, you're going to college, you're going to home, you're going into your aunt's house, sister's house, I don't know, maybe you're younger, have divorced parents, whatever it might be, and you essentially have this own like little mobile, like little box that's essentially there just to make sure you can play any game you want to on your Xbox Game Pass subscription, which I think is still very, very smart. It's very clean, it's very sleek, And of course, as well, it's just very useful because, like I said, there's like 5 different options off the top of my head. We just saw that we could potentially be utilizing this actually for. So it's very cool to kind of see this technology kind of finally coming out. So it looks exactly like the Xbox Series S, but much smaller, and a mark on the left could be an Xbox symbol, while the one on the right seems like a USB port, which you just plug into like your PC, your laptop, maybe for your TV, maybe if you're going to a hotel room or going on a work trip or whatever it may be. Or like I mentioned too, maybe you just do a lot of traveling, maybe you bounce around different places, maybe you have like 2 parents, so 1 week you're one place, 1 week you're the other place. It kind of makes things a little bit simpler and easier. So it seems in a similar proportion to the Google Chromecast, as I mentioned, or Valve's now defunct Steam Link. Though it's hard to tell based on the photo alone, it certainly looks a shade smaller than the Xbox controller to its left, and notably, the Xbox Series S was finally revealed on Spencer's shelf too as well, or was first revealed as well. So basically in response to Spencer's tweet, by the official Xbox account, it seems to may be an older prototype too as well. And you guys can go and see what this way. The Xbox themselves also go in response, stating, "Now, what do we say about putting old prototypes on your shelf, boss?" Which is probably just in regards to the same little picture right here that we're mentioning, and we're kind of seeing with all of this. So while previous speculation was that the Xbox Game Pass streaming device would be a smaller stick-sized dongle, so like a really small, just imagine like a small USB disc or whatever, the company told Windows Central in May that it had pivoted to a new approach for Keystone. "We have made the decision to pivot away from the current iteration of the Keystone device," a spokesperson for the company said at the time. "We will take our learnings and refocus our efforts on a new approach that will allow us to deliver Xbox Cloud gaming to more players around the world in the future." So once again, with the same like typical Game Pass approach, they're just trying their best to go and hit as many demographics like India, China, maybe Europe, like poorer European countries, South America, and as well obviously other places in America. Because there's always people in different brackets that can go anything. Like some people could afford $20 a month, and some people may have more issues spending $500 or $2,000 on a nicer PC for Game Pass access. But as long in terms of like the business decision for Microsoft, as long as they're actually able to get in that Game Pass ecosystem and utilize their consoles, it's kind of like the same Netflix approach where they just, or even Amazon Prime, where they just want folks in the ecosystem spending that reoccurring money, which makes a lot of sense. But as well, the more like accessibility that people can have throughout all these things, I'm okay with that. I love that. I love seeing that, and I love seeing the idea of this. I think it's just all around really, really good to see. So that's kind of my quick thoughts and my quick comments on all of this, and I do like the idea of seeing this at all. So it was also not clear what the company meant by that, and it's always possible that Spencer's photo today was not meant to tease anything, but based on the fact that they've already announced this before, or having the official Xbox tweet respond to it, there's like a specific change up, like there's going to be a reason why you change your shelf in the first place too, or two, also they could be also maybe teasing something completely different from the Keystone. Microsoft has also reportedly been working on a standalone optical drive attachment for all digital versions of its Xbox Series X and S, which as well both kind of seem a little bit unlikely. So a lot of these people are kind of calling the stuff on out because it does seem very nifty, and obviously I would probably buy this. Like my kind of question for the video, would you guys go and buy this Xbox like Keystone or whatever, the Xbox Game Pass stick or whatever you guys want to go and call it? I think I would. Like I currently have PC Game Pass. I don't have an Xbox, but I have a PS5. So in theory, if I could plug that to my TV and just be able to go and just have an Xbox little gaming hub over there in my TV, not even have to worry about consoles, I'm kind of down. But as well, the Xbox Series S, with it's still a little pretty powerful little beast, was even selling as of now for like $250 with their console price points. So it does kind of seem like Xbox really is trying to push the accessibility the best way they possibly can. We also go on to quote saying, "It's probably a mistake on my part," Spencer said in a Kind of Funny Games appearance in July when describing the Easter eggs fan look for on a shelf. We just showed you guys. He claimed that there is no thought behind what appears on it during his video calls and other photos. It was simply a collection of gaming industry gifts and signifiers. The host were less convinced. And like I said, I'm in that same boat. That's like, you don't usually change your desk for too much. You don't usually just, very, very strategically go and tweet this type of stuff out. You don't have Xbox go and chime on in. Like, it kind of seems like a little bit of a marketing ploy, which I'm okay with, because it's just marketing. It's their product anyway. I don't mind. So it does kind of seem like we might be having more announcements sooner rather than later, because this was announced already in 2021. And with all these other things like Stadia closing down and these other, like, kind of streaming software services that are just not necessarily doing too hot, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I think this is something that would do very well because it just basically enhances the already made ecosystem rather than trying to build a brand one like Google Stadia did. So give me your thoughts and comments down below, and as well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 or Xbox or $500 giveaway. Twitter link down below for that. We have the Twitch stream down below, and as well if you guys want to check that one out, and Amazon and Target links too. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching in the first place.